Hello, everyone. Welcome inside the Red Earth Production Studios for this edition of YBMcast, powered by Game 7 Baseball, Game7Baseball.com. Today, we are doing our Game 7 Baseball wrap-up show. I don't know, we haven't had Mr. Penning joining us yet, but we're hoping to have Mr. Penning on the show here shortly. And to talk about this past weekend, Game 7 Baseball. So hopefully he'll jump in here, and when he comes on, we'll throw him up there. I'm sure everybody just sees me at this point, right? Yep, there you go. So, Mr. Penning, we'll see you in a few minutes. But first of all, we got our Game 7 wrap-up. We got the championship tickers rolling. You can see all the championship teams going on there. From across the Game 7 platform, we got Tennessee. Tennessee had the World Series happening this past weekend, or past week. They had the World Nationals down at the Branson Recplex with 13U and 14U. Had the Summer Championships at BMAC. The Rivertown Summer Splash, the St. John River Dogs run that tournament down there through Game 7. They're doing a great job. That every year that has just continued to grow. There's more teams coming in there. It's pretty fantastic what Tim Fowler and Craig Drury have done. Excuse me. I think I might have. I don't know if I mixed up the first names. I know it's Fowler Drury. I know that. That's bad, right? But here we are. They've got that going on that way. Midmo Summer Championships at the Warrenton Athletic Complex. So there was a lot going on this weekend with Game 7 Baseball. And I was wanting to get to Dave about a few things coming up for the World Series coming up. So when he comes on, we'll do that. So hopefully we'll see him shortly. I'm going to throw him a text here. So, links out there, buddy. 14U championships. Let's start at the Rivertown Summer Smash. The Southern Illinois Strikers took the championship down there in the 14U over the. Oh, that's the wrong bracket. Excuse me. I'm going to come back to this one. Over the U.S. National Select. They had a pretty good weekend overall. I believe they were 4-0 in this weekend. Yep, the SI Strikers were 4-0. They were the number one seed. Put up some big numbers. And just to give you an idea, here was some numbers from the championship game. I believe that is Cruz Coaster. Was 1 for 3. He scored 3 runs and had 2 RBIs in this game, along with Abram Tarleton, who was 2 for 3, 2 RBIs, and Noah Rowling was 2 for 2. He had a double and 3 RBIs. So offensively, these 3 really did some damage in the middle of that lineup, and then it only went 4 innings. So I don't know if the U.S. National Select just kind of maybe run out of pitching. Happens on a long weekend sometimes, man. You just don't have the dudes to keep going. And Owen Burke went 4 innings, gave up 2 hits, 1 base on balls, 2 Ks, and allowed 0 runs. And Mr. Penning, how you doing? He's froze, so it didn't come back on. So we flashed up there, and then he's not. So hopefully we'll get him up here in just a minute. So that was the Rivertown Summer Splash there, and the champions in the 14U. There he is. Mr. Penning, can you hear me?
I apologize for my tardiness. I'm experiencing some technical difficulties.
I've got to look at this. This is kind of cool. I like the background. I love that. But the Game 7 baseball, and then you got all the football helmets around it.
Hey, we're a year-round seasonal company.
I love it. We got into this. We were talking about the Rivertown Summer Splash. The SI Strikers going through some of the kids that getting the job done there. But since you're on now, I want to come back to this. How you doing, first and foremost?
Good, man. Busy week for us ahead. Our big World Series on tap this weekend. Looking forward to it. A lot of planning for that. So I apologize. I looked around. And I said, "Oh boy, I'm 4 minutes late."
That's all right, because we are going to I want everybody to stay tuned. We're going to go through these championships here. We're going to do a couple things. We're going to talk about the World Series coming up, and then we're going to do our helmet stickers. So make sure that's what we got going on here. But we were just talking about, all the happenings around. The Tennessee just had their World Series.
Sure did.
And you had the World Nationals down at Branson, 13 to 14U. We're going to talk about the 14U championship here in just a second. The Rivertown Summer Splash. Dave, every time I see that St. Jen group, they're growing. Their numbers are really good.
Yeah, Nick and those guys did a really good job down there. It's a nice piece down there. So you get a bunch of the Jackson teams down there, Southwest Missouri teams that come over there. And Mark had his thing in Perryville a couple of weeks ago. It's a good draw down there. People like to stay down there and play the Game 7 brand. So thanks to those guys for providing an opportunity for Game 7 to flourish even more.
I told you I said the names wrong, Drew. That's why I needed Dave. It's Nick Fowler, right?
Yes. There's a bunch of Fowlers and a bunch of Boslers there, so I'm sure if you said a different, there's a Matt, a Nick, a Tom, a Bob, a Steve, or you said
I didn't say any of those. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But no, that's a good group down there, and they do a good job. And just with the kids and everything, the program they have, the St. Jen River Dogs, they do a nice job down there with that group, don't they?
Yes, they do.
So, but it was the SI Strikers that came out on top down there for the 14U championship. Some guys putting up some big numbers. The World Nationals down at the Recplex. Now, Dave, is the Recplex, do they have turf or is that grass at the Branson Recplex?
New complex. It was there. 100% turf, Brian. Brand new facility, just renovated, all new fencing, 100% turf, LED scoreboards. Very nice complex, 4 fields. However, only 2 of them are capable to house the 13s and 14s, and that's what we had. And heck, we probably could have had 18 fields worth, but you have to cap it out, because once you get to Sunday, you can only take so many.
Yeah, that's difficult. Well, it was a dandy of a championship game down there. The U.S. Nationals Midwestern Blue, they won the game. I'm going to get to the score here. I know I can because I'm on the website. There you go. They won the championship game 4-3 over the Neoga Chiefs. Now, there's a name for you, Neoga Chiefs. I like that, right? That was Neoga, Illinois. And so the U.S. Nationals Midwestern Blue win that game 4-3. That was a tight ball game. That's a good championship game,
Yeah, Mr. Schmidt was down there. Said it was a really good 13s and 14s was a really good bracket. So,
and in the U.S. Nationals Midwestern Blue, Archie Bertram was 3 for 3 with 3 runs scored in that game. Noah Herrera went 3 for 3 as well, had 2 doubles and an RBI, and then Gavin Flessner came in. When they were down, shut down the last 2 innings, gave up 1 hit, no base on balls, and 0 runs, and got the win. So the Nationals were behind in that game. He came down and shut it down those last 2 innings, man. Got to love that stuff. Love it when you see a guy come in and go, boom, shut the door.
Kind of like you used to do, right?
No, I never did that. No, that was not me. Oh, mercy. So kudos to the guys at the World Nationals, U.S. Nationals Midwestern Blue. And I believe they are up out of Blue Springs, right? That's that Inside Edge group that we went up and saw. Yeah, Blue Springs. Yep. So very good, very good. Love that stuff. Next up, summer championships here at BMAC. I'll tell you, buddy, Culberson's got that Navy team playing very well.
Yeah, both the 14s and the 12s. They doubled up this weekend. I
Did they really?
Right? I think so.
Well, let's look and see at the 12s. I'm going to go back here because I know they did the there it is, summer championships. Were they at the same thing at the BMAC 12?
BMAC, yeah. How about that 14U bracket, 14-14s?
I know, right? I mean, that's huge. That's huge, Dave. Yes, you're right. Culberson did. Doubled up the 12U. And I was looking at this, Dave. You know, both these teams, nice. They've played a lot of Game 7. The 12U is 18-5-1 in Game 7 play. That's a solid record, man. That's playing good baseball. And then in the 14U, Culberson squad is, I think, 23-1. 23-1, not 23-1. They got one tie. Yep, gotcha. 20 wins, 3 losses. That's the best way to say that, isn't it?
Yeah, 23-1. I was like, we got to move them up 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, baby. But they win the championship game, and got a few things. It only went 3 innings because, in that respect, Jackson Reinhardt pitched 3 innings, 1 hit, 2 base on balls, 6 Ks. And the whole offense, I'm giving, they all just played good. They were 4-0 on the weekend, winning the championship there. So that's the 14U and all the way down through there. There was some really good baseball being played. I like the fact I stopped over Saturday at BMAC. I was on my way to doing some work. We were getting ready to go over and do the All-Star game for Missouri American Legion. But I stopped over by BMAC, wanted to see, and I saw the fellas from, oh my gosh, my brain, Clutch Baseball. Delcourt squad, they stepped up. I mean, they stepped up big in going to 14U. Yeah, and a
14U Open division as well, Brian. So, kudos to those guys. And there were several. You had Sereno's Bandits that did, the RBC did as well. So it's good to see those guys step up and take the challenge. And I talked to a couple of the coaches, said, "Oh yeah, it was a challenge for sure, but they adapted well to it." So, And look at that. I mean, I want to say so much, but I got to bite my tongue here. If you look at the results from that bracket, just take a look at it and see where some of them AAA teams ended up. Everybody's so involved in this AAA. When you're 14U, that was a really good open bracket. And those 13U guys jumped out and they competed well in there. So,
absolutely. I mean, Culberson squad is a AA team. They went 2-0, 4-0, won the thing. Central Missouri Sox was at I think they were a AA as well, right? No, they were AAA out of Warrensburg, and they were in the championship. So those two teams, you had a AA facing a AAA, like you said. It's just about playing baseball at this point at 14U, in my estimation, Dave.
Not precisely. Look at the. One team that comes to mind. I was catching a lot of grief about UA prospects from Hampton's team. He didn't even make it into the gold or silver bracket. I think they played the one of the consolation games on the 8 a.m. game or 9 a.m. game on Sunday there, and that is a really, really good ball club.
Sometimes you just don't have a good weekend.
Well, it just goes to prove you the parity's there. I mean, don't get too caught up in these AA, AAA. Especially when you get to 14 there. I mean, that's next year high school. It's all about development at this stage for us, Brian. And some people get way too involved in that. It's just 14U, you're getting to go to high school next year, so go out there and play.
In pool play from Friday to Saturday here in this one too, Dave, since we're talking open, you have a 4-2 ball game, 6-3, 7-6, 9-7, 4-3, 5-5. You had to tie there, 6-3, 8-4, 2-1, as 11-9. That's all hotly contested ball games.
Well, they say numbers don't lie. Look at those numbers. That's Perry. That's right there.
Absolutely. And I'm looking forward, and this takes us right into, next week and the week after, because we missed a weekend. So we're coming back out. We're going to come to the Firecracker NIT out at Warrenton, because over the next couple weeks, we're looking at, we're going to talk World Series here a minute. We're going to give a little preview here. We'll be out at Warrenton. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 teams in the World Series bracket for 14U. We're going to be covering a lot of that through the weekend. We're going to do on Saturdays, we're going to do our Friday and Saturday, we're going to do our normal interviews and stuff, but we're going to put a camera up and we're going to do some live look-ins of the ball games going on, especially when you get some people on. We'll do some live look-ins, talk about it a little bit. I think it'll be fun. It'll be something a little different, Sure. We're going to see how that works. And you always got to try something, right, Dave?
Hey, if you don't, you never know, right?
Exactly.
Never know until you try it.
Exactly. And
yeah,
so,
but that one is that World Series is branded, and it was also advertised AAA and split. And unfortunately, we had AAA major division, but it fell apart. We do separate them from the start. Once we do separate, we brand them as such. We keep them as such. But we advertise it as open. By golly, it's open. So that was originally advertised as AAA. So we are going to keep it pure. And apologize to those 4 AAA teams that were in there, and had to give them ample time to go find something else. So hopefully they were able to do so.
Well, I think that's fair, Dave. I think it's fair. And then after that, one of the things that struck me and why we picked up on the Firecracker NIT is there are 17 14U teams that weekend. Oh, my goodness. And it's an open tournament. I'm looking forward to that. Just from you got Edwardsville coming, Quincy coming, you got Bonne Terre, Montgomery City, Neoga. The Neoga Chiefs are coming there. So you got all of that. Plus you got the Max Rep Bats. I haven't seen them as much, and they've been playing some pretty good baseball recently from what I've seen on some of the scores. You got Culberson's teams coming back, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Premier Baseball's there. Rawlings Tigers in there. You got the Mineral Area Athletics coming from Bonne Terre. I don't know much about this 618 Storm team from Illinois, Edwardsville, so it'll be interesting to see. So I love this right here. Over the next couple weeks, we got a lot of great 14U baseball to cover. I think it's going to be a heck of a good time, Dave.
Yeah, and that's since March, that's what Warrenton's producing out there. Not only the beautiful complex and the turf infields and the Bermuda grass outfields, it produces some new teams to the area. So where it's located out there, that's the beauty of it. So it's been very, very good to us out there so far. We're off to a great start out there, and we're looking for the next 9 years to be more successful.
Absolutely. We're going to have some fun. We love it. I love the venue. And not to be, it's fun for us. I love it sets up well for us as far as, broadcasting and things. It really has been, it's easy. Thank you, Dave.
Hey, the partnership.
We appreciate it very much. So, but World Series time, Dave. Let's talk a little bit about this. Let's give some information to the folks. I always think it's a great time and opportunity to do that. We got the Cardinal game, of course, on Thursday night. I want to bring to people's attention, if they're thinking about it, just to make sure, again, there is no skills competition, correct?
No, our skills, like we do every year, it is a scheduled event. So we sent out an email 2 weeks prior, and I don't know, we just didn't get the interest this year. I don't know, because of the heat or whatever, but we only had 9 teams signed up, and there were only 2 in the same age group. So unfortunately, we're not enough to compete in the skills competition. So we had to cancel that event. But Thursday is the opening ceremonies at Busch Stadium. For those of you who do have tickets, make sure you click on the event info tab. There's a protocol involved for where you need to be, the timeline, what gate, and what you need to follow. So please click on that document tab, open it up, it'll come in a PDF. You print it off or save it to your phone. Do not be late. Major League Baseball, the Cardinals, and who we play tonight in the Reds, they will not wait for the Game 7 parade. They unfortunately, we had a couple of people get caught in traffic a couple of years ago, and they called me and every name under the sun. But hey, I can't do anything for you. You were late. They did not let you on the field, and that's above me.
Yeah, and listen, friend, that's a fact. We were just to reiterate Dave's point. We were at the Missouri All-Star. We live streamed from Busch this past Sunday. If you're not there, you don't get it. Just doesn't happen. They do. I mean, they don't let you on the field. They don't do these things. We were such in a rush once it is because they did the lineups. They started the lineups. I mean, the national anthem, and boom, you're playing. They don't wait on you. They do not. There is no wait.
It's a privilege for us to even, thank the Cardinals for that. It's a privilege for us to even be, given the opportunity to do this. So take advantage of it. For those of you who had purchased the tickets, make sure that says Game 7 on there because they will check it at the security gate. If it doesn't, they're not going to let you in there. So make sure you got the right ticket, and they're going to line you up on the ramp there. Please be patient because once we start going, it'll roll through there, and once you get out there, you'll get cold chills.
It's fun. It is. And I should reiterate, I'm not meaning that in a bad way. It's just the way it is. They have timelines to keep. There's a baseball game going on, right?
Yeah, a Major League Baseball game at that.
Exactly. So that's just the way it is. I mean, we got to give a shout out to the guy that's been working with you guys for a while, Thomas McCarty.
Man, I tell you what, it's very cumbersome. I'm very, very happy for him. However, we've been doing this a long time, and definitely Thomas is one of my favorites. So, I'm gonna miss him, but congratulations to Thomas. He's taking a job elsewhere. I don't know if I'm supposed to say it, but
yeah, we'll leave that alone. Right? But he's moving on up, right?
Just like the Jeffersons.
That's right. Yeah, and Thomas was because I'd done some work with him through Missouri American Legion Baseball as well the last couple of years. He was really good to work with. He's communicative. It's nice when you have people that, collaborate well together, right, Dave? Oh
yeah, and like you alluded to, the communication. It's been Game 7's just we do provide a lot of business for him, but we're treated as, in his eyes, one of the big dogs down there. We're not just a little fish in a big pond. So thank you, Thomas, and appreciate all the hard work that you've done for us and all of our teams.
There you go. What else, Dave? World Series. What's some things we got to have for the folks?
Just read the event info page. We're going to send out some reminders here to all the parents. Be in tune with all the policies of all the parks. Please, no outside food or beverage. We have full concessions at all the parks. Personal water thermoses are fine. It's going to be cold out there. We just can't have the parents trying to wheel in, this is my kid's Gatorade. You open it up, and there's a 24-pack of Mick Ultra in there. Oh, how'd that get in there? Well, guess what? It's not coming in here. It's going back out.
If you want to go out to the parking lot and drink it, that's up to you.
And stay out in the parking lot.
There you go. So, yeah, I think it's fair, folks. I know it's tough sometimes, but that's the rule. Let's abide by it.
There will be a gate at Edwardsville. There's a team gate, so that's a different little contract over there. But at Bridgeton and Warrenton, there's an individual gate. We are allowing for 3 free coaches. The coaches have been alerted. They've turned in their 3 free coaches names. So therefore, if you are a coach and you are not on the list, you will be asked to pay. No questions, ifs, ands, or buts, because we've talked with the head coaches and we've obtained those 3 names. If you are on that list, you will be presented the pass for the weekend, and that's the protocol for that. It is a cash gate only, so please be prepared for that and bring cash to the gate. It's $8 a day or $20 for the weekend pass.
So one other thing here that I want to bring up as well, Dave Penning being on the Prime Sports Midwest call-in link here. I know Game 7, you'll have souvenir stuff out at Warrenton and BMAC and Edwardsville?
All three locations, and good point. Thanks for bringing that up. However, there are going to be some long days out there within this email, and we'll put it on the info page. There'll be times that the souvenirs will be available throughout the day. It will not be, heck, out at Warrenton, we're scheduled from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., so that's going to be a long day. We will pick out some time frames for each day. We will communicate that via email and on the website, so be alert for those at all 3 locations, as a matter of fact.
And also our good partners at Prime Sports Midwest will have the mobile store at Warrenton Athletic Complex on, I believe, on Saturday. I'm still not sure on Friday. I think it's due to, they have a lot of kids that play baseball as well that work for. So, they're working hard. So that I think we're going to have those out. And I believe they're going to have the store out at Edwardsville as well, across the way there. So we're going to have a couple locations that way.
Great addition.
If you're missing, you need some new bat tape. You got maybe you break your bat. Craziest thing I saw, Dave. It happened. We're at the Missouri All-Star game, Missouri Legion, Illinois Legion All-Star game. Kid Alex Kinney from Ellsbury hits a ball off the end of his bat. The barrel goes flying. It broke off at the handle on a metal bat. I'd never seen that happen before in my life.
Pitcher got in his kitchen, didn't he?
Wow. That was kooky. I'd never seen that before, man. So it does happen. There you go. You never know. Never know. So they'll be out there. Their souvenirs. It's going to be a lot of fun. World Series week starting Thursday at the ballpark in Busch Stadium with the parade. We're going to have a lot of fun. We'll be out there with you guys. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're going to have all the stuff out there. We're going to have the cameras. We're going to be talking. We're going to do our giveaways. We got baseball cards to give away. We got trivia. It's a lot of fun. There you go. Where are you going to be at, Dave?
I'm going to start out at Warrenton, and then Dave, Mr. Schmidt, and I will be bouncing back and forth between Warrenton and Bridgeton, and we'll get over to Edwardsville, too. I'd like to see all the people. We do have on-site directors that are going to be stationary at each one, so it gives us a little flexibility to kind of bounce around and see and meet and greet everyone. Looking forward to it. And also, coaches, please pay attention to the brackets. It is not the same for every age group, okay? So play close attention. Some of them are doing 2 pool. Some of them are doing 3 pool. Some of them are doing a right-left bracket. Some of them are doing a single elimination bracket. So please do yourself a favor. Read the brackets. If you have any questions whatsoever, the time to address them would be a team check-in. Everyone has to check in for this one as well. Like if you're Mr. Culberson, who plays us almost every weekend, you still have to check in.
It's always good. And, I always find it interesting. If you've read through the rules, if you have a question or whatnot, that's a great time to take a few minutes, get there early, take a few minutes, check in, and ask any questions that you have. Understand the whole scope of things. It's always good as a coach, as you're going in, even if you've played Game 7 before, but you haven't been in the World Series, or you never know, or if you're coming from out of town, it's a great opportunity to get yourself familiar with and answer any questions right off the get-go. That way you don't have to come back, well, I thought it read this. Well, that happens
Yeah.
almost every year too. At some point, somebody goes, oh, I didn't think that was the case.
Yeah, it's twofold. It's several reasons. One of the main reasons is we like to see everybody, put a name with the face, and also address them and say, okay, Dave and Dave here, or this is going to be my site director at this location. He's going to be hanging out here. If you have any questions, any concerns, any issues, you're going to know where to find them and who to look for. And then, like I said, at that time, we present you with the lineup cards. We ask that you use our lineup cards. We ask for several reasons. Number one, we have the choices up top because there's already been several questions that have came through my inbox pertaining to the lineup choices. The lineup choices are on the rules tab, and they're also printed on the Game 7 lineup cards. The pitching, you guys track your own pitching, but there's also documentation that needs to be had. All this is presented to you at Team Check-In. And like I said, if you have any questions pertaining to anything, whether it be what's there to do in town, people coming in from out of town, we can provide you with that information. Stop by the Game 7 trailer there at Warrenton, and then at Edwardsville, we'll be sitting up under go see Big Nick. He'll be under the concession stand viaduct there. And then at BMAC, you'll have one of the Daves and Steve Taylor inside the dugout air-conditioned concession stand there in one of the corners over there. So come by and see us, meet us, greet us, and tell us what you like, what you don't like. And if you have any questions, now's the time to address them.
Well, I know if you're playing over at BMAC, if you're playing at Warrenton Athletic Complex, the new place, St. Charles, you got the Streets of St. Charles, the new place, the pickle and what is it?
Chicken and pickle.
Yeah, chicken and pickle. Great stuff. Play some pickleball, hang out. Great. And the Streets of St. Charles is really cool. There's a movie theater there, great restaurants. You go down a little ways further, there's Dave and Buster's. I'm trying to think of different places just right off the top of my head, Dave. But that's a couple right there. Just family friendly, having some fun, right?
Yeah, you're in Warrenton there. Go see Stacy over at the Social House. She's been very good to our customers, and go see her. I think she'll be out there, and some of her staff will be out there handing away some free giveaways to go to patronize the place. So they take good care of you guys out there. It's right across the highway, not far. If you got a break in the action there at Warrenton, go cool down, get something to drink, something to eat, and come back and get after it.
Look at this, full service all the way around, Dave.
That's right. Game 7.
I love it. All right, we're going to finish up the show here today with our helmet stickers. I'm going to go first, and then Dave's got his. And I got 2 helmet stickers to go. I'm going to give it to the entire Midland 14U Navy team. Go. Yeah, baby. I love it. And then I want to give one more to this young man who was 3 for 3 with 2 doubles and an RBI for the U.S. Nationals Midwestern Blue. Big game in a very hotly contested championship game. Noah Herrera. Boom. Go, Dave.
All right. I don't ask for much, but can I have 3 this week? Because
Yeah.
I missed last week.
Take
Can I make
as
it
many
up?
as you want.
Okay. The first one goes out to, because it was extremely hot over the weekend. We had some guys go down on various places, and it was a really busy weekend for Game 7. And we had a couple guys that unfortunately overslept, so it was a little bit of a circus, but we had guys step up and do extra games, come in early, stay later. So for that, the guys that helped us out, the umpires, because it's a long day for them out there to keep in mind, those are the only 2 guys that do not come off the field that entire game, because the home team, they get to sit in the dugout and shade visitors after they switch innings, top half, bottom half. But remember, those 2 men out there in blue, they stay on the field. So for that, guys, helmet sticker number 1. Okay. Second helmet sticker. This is for me personally. Unfortunately, it turned out okay. But on the way home from Warrenton Saturday night, I was going back to BMAC and was in the fast lane and had a major blowout. And it was bad, but it's never a good time to have a blowout. But it was in between David Hochul and Winsfield Parkway, so I got it over to the side. But it was right there where they have that like mile-long stretch where that big concrete barriers on the side. So I was like virtually trapped and really couldn't get out. But I finally got out, and thanks to I want to say A&J Towing, they were there within 6 minutes. Okay, and then also I didn't have a ride, so I was stranded. So my helmet sticker number 2 goes to my good site director, Lynn Hart, who was working all day long. He lives out in Troy out there, picked me up in Wentzville, took me all the way home to Maryland Heights, and then all the way back out to Troy. So helmet sticker number 2, Lynn Hart.
That's awesome. Lynn's a good dude, man. He just is.
Yeah, and he was dead tired of that too. So, and then my third goes to, I was a little left-handed guy growing up, and I played all the positions. So we moved the 9U from the dirt, which we were supposed to be out over there, onto the turf this weekend at Warrenton. Let them play over there on the turf complex. And I look out there, the Pike County rookies are playing, all right? And this little guy, number 11, let me make sure I get his name right. Tanner Catrochi, something like that. I'm butchering it. And I just talked to his dad. I apologize. Catrochi. Tanner Catrochi. I look out there, and he's running on the field, running off the field. He gets on base. He steals second, steals third. He's running up and down the line. He goes out and plays shortstop. And you know what? That's the kind of ball player I was, just having fun out there. And so that's helmet sticker number 3 to the Pike County. Number 11, Tanner.
Sweet. I love it. You got to love that stuff. This is what it's about, right? Youth baseball.
Yeah, he had a big smile on his face. He had fun. So when I told him he was going to be on the show, I said, you better go get some Sharpies. You're going to be famous now. He said, really?
What team is that? What team was it, Dave?
It was the Pike County Rookies, 9U.
Pike County Rookies. We'll see if we can find them on Facebook and give them
They're
a
up near like Bowling Green area.
Bowling Green area? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Pike
right on the way up to Game 7 North.
Ah, there you go. Sweet. Always a pleasure, man. Missed you the last couple weeks. Great having you back on the show this week. Looking forward to the World Series the next couple weeks. Finishing out, man. We're right there. Ooh.
Yeah. After the World Series, I would like to say it slows down. However, we got a few big ones on tap, and don't forget about that All-Star game. Man, the entries are flying in for that. I'm glad All-Star ticket requests for Cardinals. Get them in because they're going fast. However, if I don't respond this week, I will be a little busy with the World Series in town. However, keep sending the request to my inbox. I will get to it. However, I just want to let you know, give you a little ample time. Probably won't get to it until a week from today, next Tuesday. So got a couple irons in the fire for the World Series coming up. But I will get to you guys. I appreciate everyone's patience in regards to those tickets.
All-Star team selections, have they started yet, Dave?
As far as putting the teams, no, because we have a deadline. I think we just put the deadline on July 8th. I think is the deadline.
Okay, so we'll know pretty soon what the teams
yeah.
are
I
going
think
to look like.
there's over 265 entries for sure.
Well, we're going to have to do a All-Star selection show.
Hey, let's do it.
Right?
Yeah.
We need to do an All-Star selection show.
Let's do it.
We're going to do that, folks. So July 8th is the deadline for the All-Star Showcase. Once we get all that, we'll get with Dave and we'll do an All-Star selection show. And we'll reveal some names. It'll be a lot of fun, right?
Yeah, sounds good. Good idea.
Absolutely, man. Why not? It's baseball. We ain't got nothing better to do. So, Anyway, folks, hey, appreciate you tuning in for this week's episode of the Game 7 Tournament Wrap-Up Show featuring my good buddy, Dave Penning, on the Prime Sports Midwest call-in link. Folks, thanks. We appreciate everything, all the support. If you like what we're doing, please hit the subscribe button. I want to give a shout-out to all the American Legion baseball fans. Our biggest live stream to date in the Youth Baseball Midwest calendar. We appreciate all that support from Busch Stadium. We love that. Appreciate you guys. Everybody, have a great day in the Lord. All you pitchers, Dave, give it to them.
Throw strikes.
Hitters, hit them where they ain't. We'll see y'all next time.